everyone, I am Prashant Kaule, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, KK Wag Institute of Engineering Education, Research, Nasi. So today's topic is contamination control. Subject hydraulics, pneumatics. So after completing this session, the student should able to explain cause and effect of contamination, difference between contamination control and contamination management, types of filter, beta ratio and efficiency related to the filter. So what are the cause of contamination? During system assembly or subsequent maintenance work, there are contaminant introduced into the system. Contaminant generated when running the system such as wear, particle, sludge due to the fluid oxidation, rust and water due to the condensation. Contaminant introduced into the system from the outside also. This includes using the wrong fluid when topping up and dirt particle introduced by contaminated tools or repair components. So just see the picture. This is the hydraulic system. This is the tank. There are some generated components. We call it a pump, then transmission line, then control elements known as the valves, then T-joints, and these are the actuators. So if you see the picture, so blue color indicate built-in contamination, then green it's ingressed, and purple indicate the position where they are generated. Okay, so generation means moving parts. So pump, there are moving parts, then valves, there are moving parts, then actuator, there are moving parts. Okay, so effect of contamination. So effect of contamination: cylinder drips, jerky steering, slower performance, erratic operations, shorter service interval, higher operating cost, lowest in productivity, and catastrophic failure of the system. So whenever we talk about this, so cleanliness has a goal, has two phases. So if you keep the system clean, then there is a less chances of contamination. So first area is known as a contamination control, and second one is known as a contamination management. What is the difference? So what is my control? Which seeks to keep the contaminant from getting into your fluid in the first place. So we'll try to detect what are sources for that, and we'll cut off there. What is the next means management? Now they are enter into the system. What to do? Which seeks to remove the contaminant that sneaks into your system before they can damage it. These are the major considerations in developing a filtration strategy. So whenever we talk about the contaminant, these are in micron levels, 4 micron, 10 microns. Okay, so just see the scale, you can able to imagine what are the size of this contamination, and these are very dangerous. Designing for long life helps you eliminate 80% of hydraulic system problem. It's easy. All you have to start with a clean fluid and keep it that way. This is very interesting, difficult. Dirty fluid really cause 80% of hydraulic system failures. But there is a big difference between knowing the cause of problem and eliminating it. Contamination control. There are 4 basic sources. Now we'll try to see where it is introduced into the system. New oil. So most of the times after some regular period we have to replace the oil. So you have to introduce the oil. So this oil has to come through the lots of travel through many hoses and pipe before they reach your facility. So you have to be cautious whenever you procure new equipments. The environment, hydraulic system is a dirt magnet, and environment contamination is constantly exists in the fluid and system itself. So just observe this slide carefully. These are the filters, strainers. What is the assembly inside? This is the assembly inside. And what is exactly happen? They are the restrictor. Okay. So filter consists of a fabricated steel housing with an inlet and outlet. Primary function is the retention by some fine porous medium of an insoluble contaminant from the fluid. Particle size removed by it are measured in microns. Filter element is not capable of being clean. That is, when the filter becomes dirty, it is discarded and replaced by new one. Means it's a use and throw. Then there is a term called strainer. What is my strainer? It is a coarse filter which function is to remove the large particle from a fluid using a wire screen. Size particle that can be removed by a strainer small as 0.15 mm to 150 micrometer. Filter and strainer. Filter element service life. The filter element protect the system component by sacrificing itself. The particle it catches can't damage the system, but each particle caught reduce the filter service life. Types of filters according to different head, according to filtering method: mechanical filter, absorption filter. Then according to size of pores in the material, surface filter, depth filter. According to the location of filter in a system, suction strainers, high pressure strainers, low pressure filters, intake inline, pressure line, return line. We'll see one by one. So according to the filtering method, so mechanical filter, just there is a porous medium. So liquid has been traveled through this porous medium and it acts as a restrictor. It will remove the material and clean fluid will be moved outside. Just like this. Observe the picture. Now adsorbent and absorbent. Adsorbent means it's a surface phenomenon, and absorption means the particle will be trapped inside the material. Okay, it is not surface stuffing, it is inside the material. According to size and pores in the material, surface filtration and depth filtration. We can say depth filtration is nothing absorption and surface filtration is adsorption. According to location of filters, so if you see, this is a filter symbol, so this is at the starting point, so they are known as the inline filters. Now see, the filter has been transferred nearer to the walls after the pump. So after the pump it has to handle more pressure. Okay, before pump it has to handle less pressure, so they are known as the pressure line filters. And what is third category? Return line filters. Okay, so these are the third category. Each has some different role, different significance. As per the system requirement, we kept inline, pressure line, return line filters. Types of filters means how the contamination is removed. It is known as a full flow filter. So what is in the full flow filter? Entire liquid has to pass through the filter. Okay, so this is known as full flow filter. So next one is a bypass filter. So some part of the liquid, so 10%, 20% flow has to divert it through the filter, and 90%, 80% is bypass. So depending upon the requirement, conditions will adopt this system. Now beta ratio. What is meant by beta ratio? So just observe this carefully. This is the filter incoming it is known as the upstream, and outlet of the filter is known as the downstream. So what is happen in upstream has a number of particles more contamination, and it restrict them and it will send some particles in a downstream. So what is mean by beta ratio? Number of upstream particle of size n in micrometer, number of downstream particle of size greater than in micrometer. So beta ratio, so will this x quantity is known as the, what is the particle size we are seeing. Okay, what is the particle size? So what is the beta efficiency? This is the beta efficiency 1 minus 1 upon beta ratio. To understand this, we'll solve one problem. So determine the beta ratio of a filter when during the test operation 30,000 particles greater than 20 micrometers enter the filter, means upstream, and 1050 of this particle pass through the filter. What is the beta efficiency? So number of upstream and number of downstream. So 30,000 upon 1050. So what is the beta ratio? 28.6. So what is the beta efficiency? 1 minus 1 upon beta ratio. So 96% it's the efficiency of a filter. So filter capacity and filter efficiency has been inverse proportion. So as the efficiency increases, filter capacity decreases. Capacity means to give the output of oil. As the efficiency increases, the output of oil sending to the system becomes less. So just this chart indicate beta ratio x center of the particle size. So beta ratio 2, 10, 20, 75, 200, 1000. So as the beta ratio increases, efficiency also increases, but the capacity of the filter is decreases. So you have to keep a balance. If you go with the very high efficient filter, then what will happen? There may be starvation of a system component. Okay, so we have to keep the balance. So these are the references. If you like the video, like it. Also please subscribe my YouTube channel by pressing the bell icon and never miss the update. Thank you very much.